Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion plays Slay the Spire. We're continuing our this is going to be one of those sequence breaks. This is a run I got suggested to do. I wasn't going to play Spire today. I have enough of a backlog for now. But someone said today's daily is an incredible jam. You play as the Silent, so I'm taking it under their advisement, okay? You play as the Silent, there's only one path, Big Game Hunter, sealed deck. Craft a deck from 30 random cards. And I'm learning, you know, maybe once every few losses, just breaking it up with a run that's a little bit more plausible to come out with a win or at least have some fun along it is good. In a way, it's almost impressive to have like a 50 or 60 loss streak. Most sane people would have quit the game by that point. But ladies and gentlemen, they say a man who represents himself as a fool for a client. Members of the jury, I am that fool. So I was also told, take 4 acrobatics. That's all I know about the start of this, is that I was suggested to take 4 acrobatics. I don't know if those are the keys to the kingdom. If it's a spoiler, it was in the original comment. I read it. So what am I supposed to do? So what do when you take 4 acrobatics? Well, we would also love a sneaky strike, 2 sneaky strikes. So every time we discard a card, we can play this essentially for free. We would probably like an all-out attack to discard a card and also deal some AoE. Honestly, at this point, we'd probably like a backflip for a block. We only get to take 10 cards. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we get 2 more cards. There's no defense, right? There's no other basic defense. So, I think I honestly would like a dagger throw for another discard enabler. And then, also draw. Yeah, let's go full freaking weird discard deck. I have no idea. Of course, in my heart of hearts, I'm like a little anxious. Because I'm like, this is never gonna work, dude. You discarded the wrong card, you coward. We might as well discard this. But I'm like, how could it work? We only have 1 defend in the deck. Well, true, we only have 1 defend in the deck. But on the other hand... Hold on, let me see. Is there anything here that would be relevant? We don't really apply weakness. So, I mean, I think a leg sweep is fine, but I don't want to dilute our seeming combo too early here. Don't hit Sneaky Strike. Okay, thank you so much. You get your energy back. Dude, I don't know. Maybe this is actually incredible. Give me another Sneaky Strike. This could be a big moment, like, in my Slay the Spire life. If this ends up working the way that it seems like it's working so far. And we're able to just take, like, an extreme amount of draws and quote-unquote discards. I'll pay gold for this, no problem. Who knows what could happen, you know? The world could be our oyster. Maybe the discard deck is substantially stronger than I've ever given it credit for. The problem is that I've always only done a half measure. I've always been like, let's make sure that we keep some block. Nah. Perhaps the secret, and I don't know for certain, but we might as well block here. Perhaps the secret is that you just don't need many blocks. You need like 1/3 of your deck to be some form of block, and the rest you just go freaking nutso. So what are we going to do with acrobatics? Well, we should probably play it, I think, when we know we're going to draw something that costs 0. We've already discarded a card. Might as well go on this guy. We might as well draw with this first. There's no guarantees we're going to get 0 cost stuff, so I think we'll just do this. Yeah, and we'll discard one of the acrobatics. We take a little damage, but not much. It would be nice to get perfects on the elite fights. But you know what? At first I was worried. Not worried. Worried's not really the right word. Hold on. We only have 3 cards. One of them is a Sneaky Strike. So this will guarantee draw the Sneaky Strike. Dump a Daze. We don't need it. Use Sneaky Strike. Get all of your... He's not dead yet. Get all your energy back, though. Use a prepared. I'll tell you, let's dump a daze. Do a sneaky strike. We get all our energy back. That's fine. It's not like we were really that eager about applying weakness. This run has already proven itself interesting by giving me a unique viewpoint. A new way of looking at the world. I mean, we can't play any of this. I will say, the one thing that I'm a little bit unaware of at the present moment is, what's the point of the acrobatics apart from being a discard enabler? Maybe a discard enabler is good enough, dude. I think we go burst, just because it's likely to be more, like, universally useful. Is not immediately amazing, that's for sure, but... I mean, even just to get 2, oh, Molten Egg, dude. Even just to get 2 prepareds might be decent. Alright, let's... If we could perfect this one, it'd be nice. It's probably a stretch, though. So let's start, burst. We'll start with prepared. And let's dump just a basic backflip. We won't need blocks on this turn. I think we can probably afford to dump this too. I don't really want to discard anything else. We get our 2 energy back and you've woken up. Following this, although I could weaken you. The problem is you don't... I mean, if all we're going to draw are sneaky strikes and acrobatics next turn, I would rather just make you weak as long as possible. For now. So we might as well acrobatics, and then we'll dump an acrobatics, and then we get a free sneaky strike, and we get a free sneaky strike. So okay, and then we get a free sneaky strike. Okay, I'm seeing a theme, and I'm liking it. Please draw a block of any sort. That will not be happening, huh? All right, that's, I mean, understandable to be honest. We'll take a slight bit of damage. The fact that we're able to output this much damage is definitely absurd. And I love it. Don't get me wrong. The amount of value we're getting out of the sneaky strikes here is disgusting. The only reason we're able to, and maybe this is my problem. The only reason we're able to get the value out of those sneaky strikes. Okay, this is all acceptable. Is because of the fact that we have so many discards. And so one of those discards is acrobatics, dude. So, like, why are you acting like the acrobatics weren't a good pickup here? Surely, it seems like adrenaline is good here. I don't think I've ever been this committed to a discard aesthetic as the silent. And I gotta tell you, it's working out real nice. Mind you, these are, like, Ascension 0 enemies, but simultaneously, like... Still, to be able to do 20 damage for free in the early game, it's pretty dang solid, you know what I mean? So we'll dump this, play this, all of a sudden we get another free sneaky strike. Okay, yes, this is extremely good. Don't dilute the deck too much. Well-laid plans is fine, but... Alright, so I'm running it through in my head. You probably want to start Burst Adrenaline. Then we can play Well-Laid Plans. Prepared. Dump one of these, see what we draw. Yeah, I don't think you need that many. And then we'll Sneaky Strike on you. This is kind of unbelievable. With respect to how good it is. I think we just want to do it like this so we take no damage. So, you know what? Thank you. Thank you for suggesting this incredible daily to me. I've been in the grind of Slay the Spire. And whilst in the grind, you know, it's easy to forget the reason you're playing the freaking game in the first place. It's because you love it, dude. You know, we've been guilty of just beating our head against the wall over and over and over again. Yo, probably should not have discarded an attack, huh? Not that it matters, like, to a great deal. Oh, maybe it does, dummy. Because you had... You know you're going to take damage for no reason. Why don't you just play the block, you freaking idiot? Anyway, it's not that big of a deal. It's just, it will affect our score, but... I mean, it's not about the score, and it's not about the... it's not about getting the A20 win, even. At the end of the day... Why not? It's a Well, let's take Tools of the Trade, actually. It's a much easier enabler of our sneaky strikes. Every card that we've added so far, with the exception of a couple of blocks, we've added in service of getting... essentially more sneaky strikes. Or getting our discard meta to pop off, which is largely predicated upon having sneaky strikes actually function for us. I'm just going to acrobatics. I'm not going to burst yet. And this is kind of like my hope, because now, I mean, we'll definitely just start like this, but... And, I mean, you're definitely dead, so let's not even worry about it, but... Anyway, what I was going to say is, now I'm having fun with the game, and that's the first step towards, you know, living an enjoyable life, I think, you know, in Slay the Spire. Probably, maybe. I mean, I don't know at the end of the day. I'm working on it, I'm doing my best, but this is new, and new is nice, I guess. So we'll definitely burst adrenaline here. You know we're going to draw sneaky strikes, it's just the way of the world, dude. So then we'll draw, dump a basic acrobatics, draw... Dump a non-basic acrobatics, you get a sneaky strike, you get a sneaky strike. You get the songs that remind us of the good times. And you get the songs that remind us of the best times. I think we're just... I don't want to discard leg sweep. I want to make sure I'm holding that. So let's make sure we're holding this for his big turn. Although for his big turn we might just want to... Oh my god. Yeah, dump this. It'll come back around, dude. So burst. This, yas. And then, yas. And then, fair enough. Just thinking of what we want to do next. Hold leg sweep, probably. Although all-out attack is also pretty good. I think that's what you want to get rid of right there. Are we going to draw anything? We're going to draw acrobatics and a couple of slimes next turn. I would rather deal 12 damage. No. And we can store 2, so that should be good enough. Dude, this is a very, very good run. Now, of course, it's playing tricks on me. It's got my brain believing there's a chance in my heart of hearts that you could... Let's try for the sneaky strike. Yo, let's go. It's got me believing that there's a chance we could somehow make this run happen on A20, which is nonsense. Suppose it's not literally impossible. But unlikely would be a more than fair word to describe it, I'd say. Start here. Like, this is when you're just like, oh, this is beautiful, dude. Yeah, that's fine. That's what I want to discard. Let's just see. We'll discard one of these and store these 2 for next time. This is a wombo combo. This is a really cool sort of deck. I'll admit, I'm a skeptical person sometimes to begin with. So when I saw a message, in the message, we won't have the energy to play it. You just got to do this. Okay, fair enough. When I saw a message and the message was like, hey, play this Slay the Spire daily, you'll really like it. My first instinct was like, yeah, I bet I won't. I don't know, it's a bad habit, right? But I gotta admit, I do. You were correct. And you're making me rethink not only my perspective on Slay the Spire, but all the cynicism I have in my life to begin with. Interesting. I think any of these cards could totally fit. I'm gonna actually, even without other poison, I'm just gonna take Corpse Explosion, dude. And I think Busted Crown fits perfectly fine right now. We want like 3 things. We want discard, we want energy gaining cards, and we want draw. And if we can get all of those, I'm not saying we're going infinite, but I don't think we're that far off, honestly, from having some nearly infinite turns. Always would prefer to do damage than just draw for free. Might as well start here. Corpse Explosion's not really a great card for us to have right now. We'll play Adrenaline, get some more draw. Sneaky Strike gets out for free. That's kind of the engine of the deck, obviously. And anytime you're able to make this happen, that's beautiful. Should use our potions. If this is discarded for me, yeah. You know what? I bet we can make it work. If we can't make it work in this deck, we're never gonna make it work, dude. So there's no point in upgrading all strikes and defends. Maybe there's a card we'd like to remove, and I think the answer is yes. I think I could get away with removing an unupgraded acrobatics. It seems to be my least played card, and we already have enough, if we're being honest with one another, I think. Do we need more draw? We have it in backflip terms, anyway. Yo, that's pretty good. So my thinking right now would be... You could draw a leg sweep, but leg sweep... I mean, you're not likely to draw a leg sweep, let's be realistic. You could draw acrobatics, adrenaline, or sneaky strike. I actually think we should shoot the moon here. Yes. And then... Leg sweep? No leg sweep, but a free sneaky strike. Which I think you just send here, and then this here, and then all of a sudden, somehow, on turn 1, we've killed both of these enemies. Alright, we didn't even have to use a potion. That's incredible. I feel very vindicated for taking Corpse Explosion now. It's pretty amazing. Corpse Explosion also lovely against these guys. So, well-laid plans early. Let's burst, and we'll start with Prepared. I was just worried if we bursted acrobatics, it's actually like, it's too many cards. Alright, so now that we got this going, let's actually start working on 53. Because if I can get you to break, all the other individuals are gonna die. Yo, this is an incredibly strong deck. And it's also a way of thinking about the silent that I think it's fair to say I never really thought about before. Okay, use your noggin here. You definitely are gonna want to play this. That's no doubt. You certainly, yeah, just dump that. That's fine. You definitely, like, dagger throw, dump tactician. Then you get a free sneaky strike. Let's try our major draw. We'll dump Tools of the Trade. Now we got some interesting stuff going on here. Certainly a burst adrenaline. And I really want that adrenaline to be upgraded ASAP is pretty big. Send out the Corpse Explosion. Now you're dead. You need to take 5 damage. And all of a sudden, we've killed all of these elites on turn 1. Frozen Egg means upgraded powers. Grand Finale. Look, this might be the run where we unify everything and Grand Finale starts to work, but I don't know about that. It seems a little spotty. I got a smile on my face. It's a new feeling. Okay, let's think. This is important. Honestly, I don't necessarily think Reflex is that relevant. Even though I did say we need a draw, and we're going to be able to discard it pretty regularly. Well, then, what's the point of not having... Well, because it's kind of dead, right? We draw it. I guess this is where I have problems with Reflex. So we play a dagger throw. We do 12 damage if it's upgraded. We draw Reflex, and then discard Reflex. We get another card. What's the point? I'm sure there's a point, because the developers are smarter than I am. By, like, a lot. But what's the point? Anyway, I think Finisher could be good, but I'm going to take Hand Drill. I'll just go Vira after that. Doubt we'll need to rest much on this floor, but I'm happy to have it. So Vira is just, it's strength. You know the deal. Get Burst, please. We did get Burst. Burst, you go into Prepared. You dump Tactician. You draw again. We'll dump basic backflip, I think, and then Don't shoot the messenger on this one. I think this is the right way to go. We don't need this yet. On longer fights, I think it's going to be very critical, but on this fight, I don't think it matters. So kind of like the whole point of what I'm trying to do here is, it would be nice if I could get through, you know, like the whole deck every time I go around here. So I'm actually not going to play all-out attack. I'm going to store it because I think there's a decent chance I could kill you next turn, because I was just going to say I can get back to the stuff I just had. Like, these bursts, for example, are very big. Now we get prepared. Prepared dumps this. Probably dump that now. And now we got Hya, Hya, Hya. And I've sussed out the win condition at least, and this is an awesome daily. I don't even think we need footwork, and I take footwork every time. Finally getting a chance to upgrade these too. Like, I think prepared is a very good upgrade target. It almost always gets bursted, so like it's even better. Turn 1 leg sweep would be pretty nice here, and we did indeed get it. You know what? Let's power up. And I will take a footwork, even though I think it's likely to be unnecessary. So we're gonna hit you with the burst leg sweep. This is a surprisingly kind of like tame starting turn for us. But we did get our powers out there at least. So we'll discard Tactician, play prepared, discard. I mean, I don't want to discard any of this, to be honest. We gotta well, in this case, let's discard a Sneaky Strike, believe it or not, just so we can still have some draw left over here. Alright, so, I mean, there's some obvious steps here. Like, Sneaky Strikes have got to go. Those are free. It's very good value for us. Bursted Backflip means we take no damage. This pays for itself. Now we're drawing again. And we're getting through the whole deck, like, every time. That's how much draw we've got going on here. We certainly don't need a Backflip. So we'll hit you with another Sneaky Strike for free draw. I was hoping it would be a Sneaky Strike, but that's okay. Play the Acrobatics, dump Tactician, Sneaky Strike, Acrobatics. Dude, look at this. Okay, Sneaky Strike, Burst, Prepared. Whatever we draw, we're discarding. That's a very good point. Pretty much screwed it up right there, but we're so close to infinity. This is cool, dude. What an interesting run. Get him? Yas. I mean, we just all that attack is not that relevant here. As much as I hate to say it, because it's just a nice card. We got a really, really neat thing going here. And you know what? Thank you for the tip as well. Were it not for the tip, in all likelihood, I would have been like, well, we can't take 4 acrobatics. That's crazy. Let's just take we'll take a blur, and we'll take a blur, and we'll take a blur, and then we'll take a blur. I think we easily could refuse this. And we are going to refuse this. You know why? I don't want to add 5 bites to our deck. Bites don't enable draw or discard. So it seems to me to be an imprudent choice. So what are we looking for here? Oh, it's oh so simple. Even a child could understand it. No, 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 no. That's the ticket. We are looking to draw Corpse Explosion. Didn't get it. That's okay, because, you know, we did get Burst Adrenaline. Where's my Corpse Explosion? Haven't gotten it yet, but that's okay, because you know what? There's our Corpse Explosion. I don't think we're going to need any blocks. So we're going to hit you with the Corpse Explosion. We're going to smack you. Now, 49. You're dead. You need to take 8 damage. It's just that easy, brother. I actually think the worst card in our deck right now, for playability, and trust me, I find it weird that I'm saying it too, but I think it's all-out attack. I'm just now seeing, like, if infinity exists for us. You can't play the Sneaky Strike. Anyway, you guys are all dead. That was guaranteed from the get-go. An upgraded Glass Knife is fine, but why mess with it right now? You know what I mean? It doesn't seem relevant. So we'll upgrade this Tactician. We got an 18-card deck, the likes of which I never seen before. Okay, so be smart. You know where this goes. You should play acrobatics first so you can get a targeted discard. On this fight, your powers probably do matter. Then, those are all free. Then you draw. After drawing, we can try to ride burst, acrobatics. You want adrenaline, and we got it. Okay, we don't need corpse explosion yet. We can use that next turn. We still have one turn of burst left, so we're gonna use that on adrenaline, and we're kind of back here now. So now the sneaky strikes come out. Let's prepared right off the bat, and that gives us substantially more energy. I don't want to, well, maybe I do want to burst the draw. I'm not sure, but this is what I was thinking: is that we're pretty likely to get sneaky strikes at this point. So I will burst acrobatics now. We don't need corpse explosion. And we probably don't need acrobatics. And then you get the free sneaky strikes. Okay. Maybe at this point you would throw in like a burst prepared. And we could dump those two. You're definitely gonna dump these two. Back to 4 energy. Draw, get rid of Tactician. We're at 5 energy. I don't know what to say. It wasn't me. It was the one-armed man. Look at this, dude. It never ends. Now, I was just gonna say we're gonna get like burst coming up in a second here. There it is. So let's dump backflip. No, let's dump leg sweep this time because we want to keep it going. And then you get a little burst backflip. And we want Tactician. We'll just dump corpse explosion and acrobatics for now. Tactician? No Tactician. How dare you? That's fine, because you know what? Hit him with a little of this. You dump this, you get 2 energy back. You play your sneaky strike, you play this, you get Tactician. Nah, I don't, okay. So we only did 242 damage on turn 1. That's pretty embarrassing. But, you know, I hope that in time we can do better. You know, I don't want my Slay the Spire gameplay to just be defined by only being able to almost kill a boss under these circumstances. So I mean, this is free, and then probably dump. We only have to dump one. We'll definitely dump that one, and then we'll dump all-out attack. And dude, it's over. Like, the fight is actually done. It's just that simple. The enemies, they can't even do anything. And another adrenaline is a gimme. Okay. Enemy intents literally do not matter. We have enough energy to play every card in our deck every time it comes through right now. I don't need to know what the enemy does. I barely know what I do. We're going to get more than enough draw, so do not fear. This is what I was thinking. You burst adrenaline. This is a gimme. We have discarded, so let's just get these bad boys out there so they get cycled around. We'll burst adrenaline again. And then we have 10 energy. We have 11 energy. We only have to do 37 damage. It's over. I mean, that was easy. You see what I mean when I say that, like, the enemy does not matter here? I'm not saying we're going to be at the top of the leaderboard here. But you know, this has been an incredibly good run. I'm stoked. Thank you for the suggestion. It was an outrageous help. So I think we should sneaky strike first. Then we'll do... we should also, like, maybe get out one more card here. Then we'll do a bursted adrenaline. And you're hoping to get your other adrenaline. We did. We can also just burst corpse explosion, and then, like, they're all dead, so that's even better. We might as well take Ghost in a Jar. Who's our boss, by the way? It's an enemy that gets stronger when we play powers, which we don't do very much. We only have a couple. Is that so much? I don't think so. Corpse Explosion can wait, because we're going to give you one of these. So we're hoping to draw a burst. So we're hoping to draw burst is the thing. Dude, every time we break the block, we're getting vulnerability. It's beautiful. Still hoping to draw burst. There it is. Okay, dump tools of the trade. Then we can burst adrenaline. It's a pretty relevant part of keeping the combo going here. Catch him with the sneaky strike. You know, we bursted burst. I don't even know what that means for us at this point. We still have a burst left. Okay. I always want to keep acrobatics. Jeez Louise, dude. Just in case we need an enabler. I need like one acrobatics around at all times. I mean, how much damage can this guy even do in a single hit? He might be able to do like 40, but I think we're gonna kill him. It mostly just comes down to being able to discard Tactician, which must be like the only card left in our draw pile. Okay. What's hilarious is we could immediately... Oh, no, we can't draw it again. That's fine, though. I mean, obviously, we'll sneaky strike. No matter what we draw, it's gas. Except for that. That was literally the one. Everything else is extremely gas. None of these are Tactician. I can't help but note. Okay, never mind. There's Tactician. I really appreciate it. Thank you. You have 1 HP. Don't discard Sneaky Strike. What's wrong with you? Anyway, this guy is actually dead. Easy fight. Who's next? Finisher is... Of course it's tempting. But if we have infinite damage, I don't really want to take something that... I mean, you can't get higher than infinite. It just throws a potential monkey wrench into the situation. You know what I mean? Even 3 attacks that cost 0. I feel like I don't need it. I'll just take the max HP. These are real tests, but Corpse Explosion... maybe even Corpse Explosion is not that relevant, but... So you don't get better draw than that, more or less. For what we were looking for, that was incredible. We don't need to play well-laid plans. We could keep it as like a discard engine, but it is 0, and I guess it thins the deck, so that's very sensible. To just get it out there. Let's start with some... dagger throws, and I really think we might as well just go for the boss. There's no guarantee for certain that we're gonna kill the boss, but I think we definitely will. And you know what's actually helping out a lot is Letter Opener. Like, Letter Opener is giving us an incredible amount of value. Yeah, dump Corpse Explode. We just don't need it. Same for, like, Backflip. Backflip is great when we need an engine to start discarding. But when we don't need an engine to start discarding, it doesn't matter. I've, like, never had a run like this before. We have essentially... infinite burst. It feels like every time we play burst, it lasts almost until the next burst comes around, and we might as well dump that. And trust me, I'm not complaining. So we are going to play burst with backflip here, even though it didn't really matter much. Unceasing top. We have had ourselves in a situation where we could use that, but it is pretty rare. You know, we draw enough, it seems to not matter, but I'm happy to have it. This guy is in a world of pain. So we should definitely burst adrenaline. And then, I mean, acrobatics is gonna screw us. So let's just do this first. Dump Tactician for the energy. We might as well make space, you know what I mean? Our hand is gonna be super full, but... That's okay. Play the other adrenaline. What are we at? 9 HP. Okay, this guy, I mean, he's in a nightmare zone. Free attacks. They're doing 23 damage each because of the way that this goes. Get rid of that. Okay. Well, let's think. I mean, Burst Corpse Explosion seems good. I just feel like it's not. You know? We should probably dump Corpse Explosion, actually. So yeah, we're trying to get to Sneaky Strikes. Because they're free. This will be a really good test. Like, if we could kill this guy on the first turn, then no enemy in this game can stand up to us. It's as simple as that. It really helps as well when you're doing 45 damage with what essentially amounts to your most basic attacks. It also helps when you can never, ever stop drawing. And every draw seems to give you, like, more energy on top of everything else. My dude is dead. We did 500 damage in turn 1. That's absurd. I'll tell you, we're going to get rid of our draw potion. A power might help us out. I doubt it, in the sense that, you know, we don't really want to play powers against this guy, but who knows what kind of power you might be. It might be worth it, you know, if you get like 1,000 cuts or something like that. Dude, honestly, none of these seem that relevant to me to upgrade. I actually think that getting strength here, while not necessarily that big of a deal either, is still going to be a more important thing than anything else we could do here. So try to get burst before you waste your adrenaline, potentially. All you need is burst, dude. Yeah, that's way smarter. So let's play this. And we have discarded cards, so we might as well get started like this. Just give me burst. Okay, with no burst is fine. We'll play 1. Where's burst? It's not there yet, dude, is the thing. There it is. Okay, so now we get burst adrenaline. I really think that's one of the only things that could, like, actually change the speed at which we're able to kill enemies, is how quickly the burst adrenaline timing works out for us. I think if we get burst adrenaline... If we get burst on turn 1 prior to adrenalines, but, like, coincidental with the adrenalines, nothing can stop us. You know, we're going to get enough of an energy base that it's inconceivable for anything to stand in our way. Now, mind you, on this turn, we kind of still wasted. Well, we played an adrenaline for value instead of for double value. And yet still, we're clearly, like, destroying. So, maybe, I don't know what I'm talking about. All I know is that this elite also stood no chance. Stone Calendar is likely to be irrelevant. I'm not adding any cards to this deck without a compelling reason. Let me tell you that much. I will upgrade 2 attacks. I wonder if I could just kill, and I'm not going to try this necessarily, but I wonder if I could just kill you guys exclusively through attacking 1 and using letter opener for the rest. I think there's a chance. Well, I mean... No, start drawing. In my head, I was like, well, let's just play a corpse explosion, and then they're all dead. And, you know, while you're correct, it wasn't necessarily the right way to tackle it, is all I'm saying. No, we don't need to dodge and roll. Just take me to the boss, dude. I'm ready. You can take my well-laid plans. I honestly don't think we need it at all. Alright, let's see how we do here. My one regret is a weird one. Get ready. I did not have to take all-out attack. That was an unnecessary option for us. Hold on, I discarded a card, right? Yeah, I discarded an all-out attack. So let's just start sending that. So we have space for adrenaline to give us enough cards here. Beautiful, I love it. Play this, dump this. Okay, what's next? That's free. Play this. You draw, you got the energy. It's great stuff, dude. Okay, what's next? Get rid of this. Okay, we got some draws and some discards. You're definitely going to get rid of this. Get rid of the basic acrobatics, and you're going to send that. We got it. Hand space is like our most invaluable resource here. Fair enough. Get rid of that. It's garbage. Okay, now we pay 1 energy. Hey, nobody hates paying 1 energy more than me, mister, but sometimes you actually gotta spend energy to make energy, apparently. Get that out of here. Okay, we don't need corpse explosion. It's garbage. Send it. Okay, what's next? Little bursted acrobatics. We probably, if these guys don't die to letter opener, and I know that sounds like a ridiculous thing to suggest that they would, but if they don't die to letter opener, we might want to put 1 corpse explosion on the boss just to make sure that they die in general. But I think they're probably gonna die to letter opener. I mean, we still have a ton of energy. Just draw Tactician again, dude. Hand is full. It makes sense, but... Okay, so use it, use it, use it. Where's my letter opener at? We haven't... Not even close, dude. Don't get it twisted. We could dump both of those for sure. He's not dead yet, huh? Okay, now you guys have got to go. If anything, I'm upset because... Unfortunately for us, the turn has to end here. So, like, I guess we'll just pop our power and see what we got. I really feel like none of these matter at all, but sure, we'll play a Wraith form so we have intangibility next turn. And I don't think we play anything else except maybe this power. And do we have any other powers in our deck? No. So I guess we'll end turn at this point. Now we got to do 300 damage to him on this turn. It seems pretty simple, but we have lost both of our adrenalines. So what'll we discard? Definitely backflip. Now, pop this, get adrenaline. I'll still take the blur for free. You never know, right? So, it would be real nice to draw... That's still going to cost 0, right? That's going to cost 1. Dang it, dude. Okay, but Tactician must be coming up sometime soon, maybe. Dump the Corpse Explosion. It's irrelevant. Okay, dump, obviously not Sneaky Strike. Dump this. Dump this. Okay, here we go. So we hit ya, hit ya, hit ya. Good stuff. Alright, we really would like Tactician to come around. So let's burst, then Acrobatics. And we'll dump All-Out Attack. And we get Tactician, thank you. So they paid for itself on the way around here. We get the damage for free. We still have one more burst. We'll use that on Prepared. And we still have a burst in hand. Alright. So we'll burst Acrobatics. If you get Tactician, it pays for itself. And there it is. So this next one is free here. Plus we drew Burst immediately again. So we'll send it. I mean, we've gone infinite, right? Like, more or less. Now we bursted Burst. That's always a scary situation. Don't screw up Tactician. That's all I ask of you. We did not screw up Tactician. So you got to make space in hand. We got a burst remaining. You don't draw Tactician. Life goes on. You draw Tactician. We're back. I'm sure it's annoying. There's probably just like a mathematical expression we could use to prove that we've gone infinite as long as we don't make a mistake in our actual, the order with which we play cards. But instead of, you know, deferring to that mathematical expression, here's what I'm going to do instead is just continue to be like, oh, thank God, we drew the card we were like mathematically almost certainly guaranteed to draw. You can draw it earlier sometimes. I don't know if we're ever going to get to the point where that makes a big difference. Anyway, I mean, this is probably the most fun the Slay the Spire run I've had in like 2 months. I had a lot of fun on this one, even if it was a little bit easy. At least it was easy in a fun way. We did 1,184 damage. Not too many perfects, like especially on the first floor. I think we threw some perfects away. But overall, hey, pretty good score. Can't be too mad. For now, thanks. I'll be back with a refreshed one in the future. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. See ya!